USA is forcing Caitlin Clark to change her infamous 22 number.
You're not going to want to miss this, because what's about to unfold involves a jaw-dropping public meltdown from a legend like Sue Bird that absolutely no one expected. And at the center of it all, Caitlin Clark. Word is, Clark has drawn a hard line and told Team USA she's completely done if they won't let her keep her iconic number 2 jersey. The way Sue Bird reacted to this ultimatum has sent shockwaves across the basketball world. Fans, media, and players alike are stunned. Right now, Team USA's managing director is frantically working behind the scenes to contain the fallout. But let's be honest, this situation is spinning out of control. This isn't just a minor disagreement over a jersey. This could easily go down as one of the biggest self-inflicted crises in women's basketball in recent memory. Before we break down Sue Bird's tense response and dig into what Clark allegedly told Team USA behind closed doors, I want to hear from you. If you were in Caitlin's position, would you, Caitlin's, actually walk away from Team USA over a jersey number? Think carefully, because what's happening right now could change the future of USA basketball forever.
Because we ultimately know she was snubbed from the cover of Team USA, and not only is they snubbing her, the disrespect is continuing, because it's looking like Team USA is forcing Caitlin Clark to change her number. Now, this article has...
All right, let's dive straight into this. Team USA basketball has somehow managed to spark the biggest crisis the women's game has seen in years, and the craziest part, they did it entirely to themselves. The controversy revolves around Caitlin Clark, undeniably the face of women's basketball, right? Now being forced to give up her iconic number 22 for the upcoming December training camp. Sources close to the situation say Clark's response was immediate, unambiguous, basically, no number, no me. The backlash has been explosive. Sue Bird, Team USA's managing director, is reportedly scrambling, trying to figure out how this spiraled so wildly out of control. Here's the bottom line. This isn't just a minor request about a jersey. This is being widely interpreted as a blatant, calculated, and deeply disrespectful move toward the player who has single-handedly brought millions of new fans to women's basketball. We're talking about the star, whose name might be bigger than the sport itself at this moment. Telling her to leave behind her most recognizable symbol, her number, her brand, is almost unthinkable. Fans, analysts, and everyone in between are asking the same question. Does Team USA even realize the generational talent and cultural phenomenon they have in Caitlin Clark?
Yeah, honestly, I'm not a very creative person. I was born on January 22nd, so it's what I went with when I was about 5 years old.
The bombshell hit just days before Team USA's high-stakes training camp in North Carolina, set for December 12th through the 14th. What was meant to be a massive celebration of women's basketball, a showcase of the sport's elite talent, featuring stars like Paige Buchers, Guju, Watkins, and more, instantly turned into a whirlwind of controversy. Instead of excitement and hype, the spotlight shifted to an unprecedented situation. Whispers quickly escalated into reports revealing that the organization had issued a shocking mandate, one that would force Caitlin Clark to give up the number that has become inseparable from her record-breaking college career and dominant WNBA performances. The timing couldn't be worse. Clark's star is rising globally, her fame reaching new heights. This move only intensifies the outrage among her devoted, growing fan base. Social media is now flooded with supporters urging her to stand firm, insisting she shouldn't compromise on something so deeply tied to her identity and brand. This isn't just a jersey issue, it's a clash over legacy, respect, and the symbol that defines the biggest name in basketball right now.
Made the Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark, number 22 is the most recognizable number in women's sports right now. There is no argument to be made. There's no case to be made. Caitlin Clark, number 22, is the most recognizable number for any woman athlete.
Let's be perfectly clear, this is the heart of the matter. Caitlin Clark's number 22 isn't just a random number on a jersey. It is, without question, the most iconic number in all of women's sports right now. No debate, no argument, just fact. From her jaw-dropping logo, 3 performances at the University of Iowa that broke the internet, to her explosive start with the Indiana Fever, the number 22 has become inseparable from who she is. It's more than a jersey number, it's a symbol, a beacon, instantly recognizable to fans, whether they're in the nosebleeds of a sold-out arena or watching halfway across the globe. To millions of followers, it represents her brand, her legacy, and the ongoing revolution she's sparking in the sport. Her story, her journey, her identity, they're all intertwined with that number. Every audacious long-range three, every near-psychic pass, every relentless drive to win, it's all tied to 22. It embodies the skill, the vision, and the unstoppable will that has captured a worldwide audience far beyond traditional basketball fans. This isn't just a number, it's a living symbol of Caitlin Clark's dominance, influence, and the game-changing mark she's making on women's basketball.
To wear number 17 at Team USA training camp on December 24th, news broke that Caitlin Clark will be taking a part in the training, which that's what we talked about at the beginning of the video. Now, this right here this came out this came out on the 24th. So these are the numbers, man. So head on over to Twitter and check this out real quick. So this is what was released right here. It says Lauren Betts. Hold on, here's the ages. Where's the number? Here we go, right here. So these are the numbers. Caitlin Clark. Let me blow this all the way up, man. I want to blow this all the way up so y'all can see this. So as y'all can see here, man, how did Caitlin Clark number will be changed? So who's wearing 22? Or if you guys remember, Michael Jordan wore number 45 in the Olympics. Because it don't look like no one's wearing number 22.
Caitlin Clark has become inseparable from the number 22, just like the world will always connect Michael Jordan with 23 or Wayne Gretzky with 99. It's that iconic. So forcing her to give it up at this pivotal stage of her career feels to many like a deliberate attempt to weaken that powerful connection she spent years building. It's a baffling, head-scratching move that leaves everyone asking the same question. Why? Unless, of course, the reason is exactly what it appears to be, a power play by the organization to assert control over a player who has arguably outgrown it. What makes this even more frustrating for Clark's fans is that this isn't the first time Team USA seems to have underestimated her influence. Remember earlier this year when she was shockingly left off the Olympic roster? That omission stunned observers, especially given her global appeal and the massive viewership she consistently draws. This pattern of either overlooking or undermining her star power has fueled speculation of a deeper agenda. Could it be resistance from the organization's old guard to fully embrace the revolutionary player she has become? Because when you look at the facts, nothing else makes sense. Team USA may simply feel threatened by just how big Clark has gotten. So what's the number they tried to assign her? Sources say she was told she'd have to wear number 17 for the upcoming training camp. On its own, it's just a number, but the problem is that it's emphatically not 22. And with the massive brand recognition Clark brings, this move raises serious questions. Is it a calculated effort to assert authority or a tone-deaf decision that completely misses her cultural impact? Either way, the message to Clark seems clear. Your popularity doesn't give you special treatment. According to multiple reports, her response was simple and firm. Then I don't need to be here. What makes this even more infuriating for her supporters is a stunning detail no one else at. The entire USA basketball training camp will be wearing 22. It's not claimed by a veteran, not retired, not held by a current star. The number is simply left empty. This transforms the incident from a minor roster issue into what feels like a blatant act of marginalization against one of the most influential and popular players of her generation. If nobody else is using it, why force Caitlin Clark to give it up? The logic simply doesn't hold up. The justification falls apart the moment you examine it, and that's exactly why Caitlin Clark reportedly drew a hard line. Now, Sue Bird is left to deal with the fallout from a decision that has blown up spectacularly. As Team USA's managing director, Bird is supposed to be shaping the future of American basketball. She handpicked this roster, tasked with cultivating the next generation of dominance. Instead, she's caught in a crisis of their own making, one that could have been entirely avoided. Forcing your biggest star to compromise on something so central to her identity was always destined to backfire. Sources describe Bird's reaction as everything from frustrated to panicked. She's reportedly working around the clock behind the scenes, trying to find a way to keep Clark in the program, while not completely undoing the policy that triggered this mess. But here's the reality. Caitlin Clark holds all the power here. She doesn't need Team USA. Team USA desperately needs her. Think about it. Clark is already a champion, a record breaker, a transformative force in the sport, and the most marketable player in women's basketball history. What incentive does she have to play for an organization that disrespects her brand? Olympic glory? She can live without it. International experience? She's already proven herself on every stage imaginable. Representing her country? The honor loses meaning when the Federation treats you like just another replaceable cog. Meanwhile, Team USA loses everything if she sits out. Their biggest star, the player who draws massive attention to the sport, fills arenas, and sends TV ratings through the roof, would be gone. They lose the face of the next generation. Bird knows this, and that's why reports suggest she's scrambling. This controversy exposes just how little leverage the organization really has over its brightest star. But this isn't just about one player or one number. It's a stark reminder of the broader disrespect women athletes face, especially in the WNBA. It ties directly into ongoing struggles for fair pay, better conditions, and the recognition these athletes deserve for their extraordinary talent. When the sport's most visible star is treated this way over something so basic, it sends a clear signal to the entire league. It underscores the persistent systemic issues that continue to plague women's basketball, even amid its recent surge in popularity. The tense negotiations over the WNBA's collective bargaining agreement and the looming threat of a lockout highlight just how deep these problems run. Players are speaking out more than ever, frustrated by the gap between their contributions to the sport's growth and the respect or compensation they receive. This jersey number controversy isn't an isolated incident. It's another example of the ongoing undervaluation of female athletes. And when Caitlin Clark, the sport's biggest name, allegedly says enough, it sends a powerful message to every player watching. It's time to stand up for your worth. You don't have to accept disrespect just because it comes from a high-profile organization. Yes, it's true that Caitlin Clark isn't the only player in the league to wear number 22. A'ja Wilson, a legendary veteran and superstar, also sports it, as does talented young star Cameron Brink. In the past, this sparked debates about how top players might share the number, especially in scenarios like All-Star games. But here's the crucial difference. Those discussions were always about courtesy who would defer if both were present. It was never about taking away a signature number from one of the biggest names in the game when no real conflict existed. Last year, a potential clash between Clark and Wilson for an All-Star number never became an issue because Clark sat out due to injury. The hypothetical problem simply didn't materialize. Now, it seems Team USA preemptively decided to solve a problem that didn't exist, forcing Clark into a new number with no real reason for such a drastic move. And as you can imagine, she's not the type to accept unnecessary compromises. When the official training camp roster finally dropped, it confirmed what everyone feared. Caitlin Clark was now listed as number 7. The switch was official, public, and undeniable. So here we are. Team USA forced Clark to give up her iconic number. She allegedly threatened to quit, and now Sue Bird is reportedly scrambling to clean up this self-inflicted mess. So, what do you think? Should Caitlin stand her ground and walk away, or find a way to compromise? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button, and make sure you subscribe for more drama from the world of basketball. Trust me, this story is far from over.